What's up? You're watching Cheap Seats. I'm Riley. That's Graydon. Today we're doing our power rankings following week 16. It's almost Christmas. Happy holiday.
Well said on happy holidays and not Christmas. And this is the first time in 18 years that it's Chris Hanukkah.
Yeah, Christmas starts on Hanukkah this year.
So was it Chris Hanukkah or Hanukkahmas?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything.
It feels special. I don't know if that is special, but I'm excited. And it is, Christmas is always a little bittersweet as you get older and become a serious NFL fan.
Yeah.
It means it's almost the end of the year, man.
And it's bittersweet this week because we do have to film our power rankings prior to Monday Night Football. So this is coming out one day later, but we don't know what happened between the Packers and the Saints.
Packers won by 35, and they looked pretty good, and I think they're like a real threat.
And I'll do the other take. The Saints they injured the entire Packers team and they blew them out by 40 in a controversial win. Is that fine?
That's cool.
I can't imagine a world where the Saints win, but it's going to look really stupid tomorrow if they do.
That's all right, man.
Yeah.
A couple genuine shifts I feel like happened this week.
Cardinals were eliminated from playoff contention.
The Panthers feel like they finally got their pesky win.
Yeah.
They've been like really looking for it the last 5 weeks.
And of course it was in overtime.
Yep. It's in overtime, and it's kind of a bad win. A couple teams had bad wins.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders.
The Bills had a bad win.
Well, no, I mean like bad teams that just had shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
The
Bills.
Cowboys moved up or moved down, whichever way you want to look at it. The Cowboys shouldn't have won that game.
Yeah, the Raiders really shouldn't have won. They moved down like 5 spots in the draft after winning one game.
It bumps the Browns up a couple. We're only one game back from the number 1 pick.
We've done so well with number 1 picks in the past. Come on, Browns.
I really don't think there's a miss, though. If they get the number 1 this year.
I mean, what do you mean there's no miss?
You either trade or you freaking draft Travis Hunter.
Or you draft Shedeur Sanders, and then it's another bust.
Well, that's a total mess. I feel like that'll be a complete mistake if they do that.
Yeah, I heard rumors that the Browns have been in contact with Kirk Cousins, and I was like, please, God, no.
Yeah,
I don't want that to happen.
That'd really suck.
I do not want that to happen.
I'd rather bring back the devil.
Oh.
I'd rather unleash the fury of Lucifer on the planet than have Kirk Cousins don the orange and brown. Yeah. And I know it might sound like a bad moral stance on my end.
Yeah, with the devil stuff.
No, like if Kirk Cousins becomes a Brown, I might throw in the towel. Like if Deshaun Watson wasn't my tilting point, but if Kirk Cousins puts on the uniform, I might be like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, but luckily I know you and I know you well, and I know that if Kirk Cousins goes to the Browns, you're gonna find a way to have so much hope before this. You'd be like, you know what? Remember how he used to be?
No, he's all good now.
Come on, Aaron Rodgers to the Browns. Let's do that instead.
I would do that. I'd rather do that.
I love that.
Yeah, I saw a take today that was like, why has no one ruled out the fact that during Aaron Rodgers' ayahuasca journey, he actually decided to sabotage the Jets because the guy who owns the Jets is like one of the founders of Johnson & Johnson?
Damn, 20 plus years of selling Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a Pusha T reference, and it's okay. We can move on to more football stuff. The Tank Dell injury.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me queasy and really sad. The guy got shot, tore his ACL, and absolutely ripped his leg off his body in the same year.
Yeah, I mean, that is a bad luck year for Tank Dell.
That's a bad luck year for the Texans, too.
Yeah.
That was like, they were like one of those sloppy division winners this year where you just like weren't afraid of them going into the playoffs. But prior to last week, week 15, they put Tank Dell at like the punt returner position. Mm-hmm. Seemed like they kind of unlocked something in the special teams. That offensive line really sucks. It's like hard to watch CJ Stroud just getting pressured like that. But it seemed like they had like, all right, we tied up the division. We moved some things around special teams. Maybe if we're all healthy going into the playoffs, like you never know. There's still some hope, but man, that's a demoralizing injury. And then you were like, all right, you can win it for Tank. He got hurt. Now go beat the
Chiefs.
Yeah. No, I know. I was like, go beat those Chiefs.
Oh, okay. I thought you forgot the name of the Chiefs.
That was me like running out of juice.
Right. I will say there was some scrutiny for the Chiefs doing the Tank Dell celebration after they sacked CJ Stroud later in that game.
Oh my God, they did?
Yeah.
That is reckless.
Yeah, that was not cool.
That's not cool at all.
CJ Stroud, and I'm a football fan. I like it to be, gritty and whatever, but
Yeah.
I have a tender heart within me. Seeing CJ Stroud cry and not be willing to leave the ambulance.
Yeah.
I teared up when I was watching that.
Yeah, dude,
I
it
literally was
sucked.
like, "Oh my god, that is just awful," because they're best friends.
That's your boy.
Yeah, he got shot, tore his ACL,
Yeah,
MCL, whatever it was,
ACL.
and then he got his patella ripped off of his knee during a touchdown.
Yeah, that he held on to it.
Shout out to Tank Dell. He also was on my fantasy team, and now he's sitting in IR. So
Yeah, shout out Tank Dell,
Yeah.
man. Get well soon.
Mm-hmm.
Colts-Titans game was really funny to me.
Yeah,
That was
the
hilarious.
Titans are just really bad.
It was like a 38-7,
Yeah,
and then it ended 38-30 or something like that. Like, just absolutely awesome. Awesome game by Mason Rudolph. Racist or not, I'll say that.
okay.
What a way to fight as a team. As a team that's battling for a draft position, I was like, every time Red Zone popped that one back on and was like, hold up. Lucas Oil, something's developing here. Now only down 21, now down 14, now going for the tie. Like, it was just, that was fun. I love seeing a shitty team like that battle all the way back.
How about the Ravens really putting it on the Steelers?
Yeah, it's about that time. Everybody, I mean, Mike Tomlin clocked his 10 games, and now just, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Russ doesn't have to try anymore. They got their 10 wins, and then they'll be bounced first round of the playoffs.
They are tied now. They have the same record the Ravens and the Steelers do. The Steelers have the tiebreaker because of division record, I think. Yeah, something like that. So,
yep. Bengals win again. They're one game under 500 with a heart still kind of.
yeah, they have like a 6% chance of making the playoffs, something like that. I mean, yeah, it's been the same story with the Bengals the whole year.
Yeah.
Either they look great on offense, their defense is not too good, but their defense was fine against the Browns because they couldn't produce anything, and DTR was,
I don't even think their defense was fine. We had 3 red zone turnovers.
Yeah.
That game should have been like 21-24.
Yeah.
And we got 1 touchdown called back that was holding, and then we had a Jerome Ford fumble on the 1.
Mhm.
So it's not like the Bengals by no means held us to 6 points.
Yeah.
We didn't score twice.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers are forced by the defense, but yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah,
It's
not
still a
the
mistake.
holding.
Well, yeah, that's our own fault.
Yeah.
That's our own fault. But,
And some would say coughing up the ball yourself is it's kind of on you as well.
wow, yeah, unless I really like to punch it out nowadays. I don't
Yeah.
like punching.
That
in the
Russell
NFL.
Wilson fumble in the red zone was fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
Just to see his dumbass not slide.
Yeah, come on.
Penis. Michael Penis.
Michael Penis.
Michael Penis made his debut. And now
he showed up hard as hell.
showed up like
a lot of people thought he could be flaccid. No, Michael Penis was hard.
He was hard, and now they're in first place.
Yeah, that sucks. Come
Whatever.
on.
I like that Falcons
I
team,
hate
man.
the Falcons.
Why?
Oh,
I don't like Kirk
know.
Cousins.
I just like the Bucks.
I love Bijan. I love Kyle Pitts, even though he's a sloppy asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like a lot of things.
It's just that I want the Bucks to be in the playoffs because I don't know, they're just cooler.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the Falcons Kirk led, I would agree with you, but I think it's just as interesting to see Michael Penis in there as it is Baker for me. I don't really care.
Yeah. The Vikings are awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
I will say this. I mean, I was gonna get to it in my power rankings, but like the Vikings won that one, and it was obviously a really close one. It's tough to play in Seattle right now.
Mhm.
It is so god dang loud in there.
Always has been.
They could not. Yeah, I know, but I mean, like later in the season,
Yeah.
and the Seahawks are actually like fighting to maybe get into the playoffs. Not as much anymore.
Right.
It doesn't look like that is gonna happen. But like, whatever. They were really, really a factor in that game. They couldn't hear in there the snap count. Like it just kept fucking everybody up. But it fucked the Seahawks up more than it fucked the Vikings up, which is surprising. But just to see them like grit out a win like that, I feel like it's now becoming more clear that they are just
real.
like a really tested team, and I think they're really, really good. And the Bills are like that too in a way. I know that it's like, it's the Patriots. They're not great this year, but Drake May has definitely breathed some life into that team, and they played really well. And it's a divisional opponent, so it can be kind of one of those like coin toss games. Josh Allen did have a terrible, terrible pick in that game. Like, his worst pick of the season possibly, but at the same time, seeing them win like a close one and battle it out and just still win, it is very like, the Chiefs have done that all year. So to see like the Vikings and Bills, real contenders, also still doing that gives me a little bit more faith in them.
I agree. Let's get into their top 10s.
Already?
Already?
I was going to say the Dolphins.
What about the Dolphins?
They beat the 49ers.
They did.
Yep.
Insane implications in that one.
Totally. The Dolphins stay alive. If they lost that game, they would have been eliminated from the playoffs. The 49ers were eliminated from the playoffs just before kickoff.
Yep.
That has to be, somebody went up to Brock Purdy, was like, hey, buddy, Cancun in a few weeks.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
We're going to be skydiving in the Galapagos.
Which is, I will say, I saw a bunch of people posting the 49ers graphic, like officially. It just said Cancun with a picture of the 49ers team, and it said, they're going there. And I thought that was great. But it also is very funny to me that, like, one of the biggest disses you can make to a team
is that they're going on a tropical vacation.
They're super rich, and they're going on a fantastic vacation instead of going and playing football and like tackling dudes.
Jesus, man.
I'm just saying.
You gotta keep the speed up. Let's get into Graydon's top 10 in the NFL. Oh, Graydon.
You're watching Cheap Seats.
Nice.
Sit down, bitch. It's time for the rankings.
At number 10, the shit dog Pittsburgh Fuckers. Mike Tomlin got his winning season and then threw in the towel, ate weed gummies with Wiz Khalifa, and probably slapped Russell Wilson like the son he never had.
Does he have sons?
I don't care. This team has lost its joy and spirit, and by joy and spirit, I mean George Pickens.
Yeah.
This offense sucks cock without George Pickens. I love Jalen Warren. I think he is an X factor if you can get Pickens back in there and kind of use Warren in the pass game, yada, yada. Yeah, if they have to run into the Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, pretty much anybody, they don't scare me anymore, at least right now. If Pickens comes back, we know what they're capable of, whatever. They fall here, though, because that was a pretty bad loss in a time where you're clinging onto the division and you would have liked to see. This is what I'm worried about in the Eagles and this game, these last two that they've dropped. The game plan doesn't look inventive, and I don't think they're like really creatively adjusting for injuries. In contrary, where like the Lions get decimated and you see them pulling out all these gadgets and stuff, and even like Ben Johnson designing like crazy defensive blitzes, and like, when they're used to being running this one thing, they change everything up just to like, I don't know, if for nothing else, just to like give your players hope that you're like re-strategizing. Mike Tomlin and the gang over there seem a little stubborn and afraid to adjust. That's why I got him down here at 10. Number 9, Commanders. I'm not impressed with a win that you had 5 turnovers in, really. But Jaden Daniels always gives you a chance. He converted a 4th and 11. He converted 3rd and 18s. He hit his wide receivers in crazy timing routes that was like reminiscent of Peyton Manning at times. He's throwing the ball before they've even turned around. And when they turn around, it's delivered to him in little gift baskets. But sloppy with the ball. Gave up 34 points to primarily a Kenny Pickett-led team. Also, beating Kenny Pickett isn't by like 2 points isn't cause for craziness for me. But Jaden is really, really impressive. So I think with a quarterback like that, you're just always going to have a chance. Number 8, the Los Angeles Ramones. They got a sloppy win here against a bullshit Jets team that I am now pretty convinced is led by a saboteur. Yeah,
a psyop.
A psyop psychedelic saboteur, which is a great alliteration there by me. Graydon's top 10 power rankings, bitch.
Oh,
you weren't gonna chime in there with me?
I could if
you.
Merry Christmas, Graydon. The Steelers are at 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rams, Puka Nacua, fuck yeah. Kyron Williams, fuck yeah.
Oh, hell
the holding Aaron Rodgers 6 points, fuck yeah.
Shout out to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, shout out Cooper Kupp. He caught a ball this week, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Tyler Higbee's back.
Oh.
He's a beloved character on that team, and I think they gave him an end around for like a rushing touchdown, and that team just loves him.
They gave him a reach. Oh,
they gave him a reach around for a cum shot in the end zone.
Nice, hell yeah.
Graydon's top 10.
Hell yeah.
it's great to see Higbee back. This team's gelling at the right time. They have a high-powered offense. I'd be scared to play them if I was Yo Mommy. Right above them, number 7, Baltimore Ravens. God, Lamar is good. Number 6.
Oh, nice.
Green Bay Smackers. After that disgusting victory against the Saints, I can't help but have them above Baltimore. The way they shit the shingles right off of Derek Carr's smooth brain and tiny baby hands, you gotta just say, hell yeah, LaFleur. Way to fucking give it to Josh Jacobs 30 times and silence that New Orleans crowd.
Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, it's actually in Green Bay, so fuck yeah. Green Bay.
Fuck yeah.
I love Green Bay. I think they are a more complete team than the Ravens, mostly because they have people that like playing defense. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Number 5, fuckers.
Okay.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah.
Jalen got hurt.
Yeah, that sucks. How bad is that?
It's not, because he didn't get hurt. He got hit, and then he got up, and the ref looked him in the eye, and he goes, I'm good. And he goes, go. Get out. He goes, go get checked for your head.
Oh, so he had a concussion.
Yeah, it's a concussion protocol, and then he was out for the game. I don't know if he actually has a concussion. To me, I can't tell because I was watching it on TV. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But people were saying, like, that he said he was fine.
Yeah, okay.
So,
well,
yeah.
It is a little scary that Kenny Pickett's your backup because, man, he threw the pass to win the game, and Devontae Smith dropped it.
Yeah.
Say that game was right there, and one of your best players let you down. Kenny Pickett sucks cock though. I don't like watching him on the field. He looks like someone that would touch me in the bathroom at a dive bar or something. Yeah.
All right, fuck, marry, kill. Kenny Pickett, Zach Wilson, Aiden O'Connell.
I'd fuck Aiden O'Connell.
Hell yeah.
Back shots.
Yeah.
And then I'd kill Zach Wilson.
Yeah, good call.
And I'd marry Kenny Pickett.
Marry Kenny Pickett.
Which sucks.
Yeah, well, you hate your wife too, so yeah, so.
Graydon's top 10.
He said that Kenny Pickett sucks cock. He's gonna like that when they're married.
Hell yeah.
Because
nice.
she better.
Top.
Sorry.
Yeah, crazy game. You forced 5 turnovers, but you lose when Kenny Pickett had to come in relief. It sucks. I think, I don't know.
Next,
Graydon's top 10. I got the Chiefs.
Why are they always down there? Best
Whatever.
record in the league.
Hollywood Brown came back and looked like he had zero chemistry with Patrick Mahomes, which is kind of to be expected, but going into the playoffs, I said it last week, Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Noah Gray, Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, Pacheco, Kareem.
These are all players on the Chiefs.
Though who are like reasonable weapons that any other team would be happy to have. So and Patrick Mahomes looked super fucking mobile, which aids to my faking the injury thing. Bundle Ruski, Chiefs are at 4.
Bundle Ruski.
At number 3, Graydon's top 10, I got the Minnesota Vikings.
Nice.
This team got a gritty win on the road. And Sam Darnold had that one where he climbed the pocket and like right before getting hit, lobbed it over double coverage to like a side back shoulder to Justin Jefferson.
One of my favorite catches of the entire year.
One of my favorite throws of the entire year too, because the timing to beat that safety who was coming over on help was just like, I was like, hey, it's a big time play.
Yep.
And that kind of throw makes me want that guy to suit up for the Browns next year.
Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's actually possible, low key, because
if we gave him like
JJ McCarthy, right?
Yeah. If we gave him a 3-year, $67 million or something, I'd be game.
I think he might get signed for more than that off of this year.
Totally.
He is low key the 5th place MVP guy right now.
Yeah, he's a dog. I liked what I saw from them, and yeah, they keep doing it, man. They really just keep doing it. Winning in Seattle, like you said, this time of year, no easy feat. And fuck yeah, Justin Jefferson for president. At number 2, Graydon's top 10, the Detroit Lions. They're back up a little higher than last week because they ran a fake fumble trip play. Never seen that before.
It was honestly one of the coolest things ever because did you hear that clip?
Yeah, where the whole line goes, fumble!
Fumble! The Bears are like, fumble! It is, and it's so cool also just seeing like the commentators talk about that play.
Yeah.
I love when they realize, wait a second, that might have been on purpose.
Yeah.
And then you watch it back and it's so clearly on purpose.
Right.
But in real time, it doesn't look like that.
All you need is one step.
Yeah.
The whole secondary, the whole linebacker crew just takes, and it's kudos to them too. This is just like goes to show the reaction time of pro athletes. they all like believe it. And then the second Jared gathers himself, they're all like running back still, but you just gave him just a second. You gave Laporta just a moment.
Second,
It's all you need. And just like I said, like versus the Steelers, the Lions to have like creativity and still have like, I don't know, belief in like inventiveness is like kind of crucial. And there's a huge difference in franchises and coaching styles there. Pittsburgh is a story franchise with more of an old school coach. And Dan Campbell is like tough and old school, but he's like inventive. And Ben Johnson and the guys over there are like crazy on just coming up with shit. And that like keeps people having fun. It keeps belief alive. And it's awesome. I was very happy to see them handle it the way they did and put up all those points. It was great to see Jameson back in the end zone. Amon-Ra, an absolute beast there with a couple plays that are just like only he's going to do. Again, adds to my Larry Fitzgerald comp. If you watch him in that game, I think it was a very Fitzgerald-like game. And Jahmyr Gibbs, pretty much to my prediction, if you're going to give him all the touches in a game, that guy is so electric. Like, there are times where he's running one way and can just come to a dead stop, change direction, and still has the edge on people. So fast, so electric. Let's go Lions. I hope that refueled some faith in the fans. At number 1 in Graydon's top 10 power rankings, I still have the BBs up here. J.A. and his freaky white ass. Looked like a flawed character. Maybe him and Steinfeld gotten a little tit for tat over their Chick-fil-A orders or something.
That's that's very
who
specific.
knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I don't have insider information. Maybe I do. I went 9-6 last week, by the way.
Me too. And so we either both went 10-6 or we both went 9-7.
Yeah, because we both picked Packers. Bills win a game where Drake May shot the lights out, and Josh Allen didn't play perfect. Whatever. No one's gonna remember that game at the end of the year. It's a W on the scorecard, square sheet, and like you said, divisional game. If you win those by 1, if you win them by 30, you won them. So get fucked. That's Graydon's top 10. Hell yeah, Christmas.
Yeah. Good job. Who's ready to see those exact same teams in a different order? Let's get my top 10 up there. Come on, Tony. I'll rush through them a little bit. Here we go. Boom. Number 10. I got the Rams.
Los Angeles Rams.
That's who I was talking about earlier when I said Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Puka Nacua, I will say, very underrated as a blocker.
Oh, one of the best.
He's one of the best in the league. And, I didn't watch a ton of that game. I'm going to be honest. I was pretty busy this weekend. Had to do a lot of shopping, a lot of last-minute Christmas shopping.
Christmas shopping.
I was at the mall. All right, but yeah, I like I said, I'd still be worried about playing them in the playoffs. I love Matthew Stafford. You said that earlier. I get it. Jared Hook, Jared Chorus.
I was at the mall yesterday too, man, and a guy in a Yankee candle came up to me and said, "Riley, love the show." Cold face. I said, "Graydon." And he said, shook his hand, and I walked away.
Hell yeah.
It was cold. He was pissed.
I was walking on the Skywalk at the mall yesterday at Somerset, and a bald dude was walking and joking around with his daughters, probably in their mid-20s, something like that. He's joking around. He points at me. He goes, "Wow." And he goes, "I'm going to set him up with Madison." And I was like, what? All of this happened within like 15 feet of walking past each other.
Did you say yes?
I just literally stared down and kept walking.
Oh, you were scared.
Yeah, because why? You don't do that. You don't say that sort of. He was bald.
Hey, don't get set up by other people's parents.
Absolutely a terrible idea.
It's a bad call.
Also,
it's classless.
If you're going to do it, at least have some hair on your head. All right, next. Washington Commanders, I take big issue with the stuff that you just said.
They're in the same fucking spot as you, cocksucker.
I know, but I still take issue with what you said. Not your placement, but what you said.
5 turnovers is a good look for a playoff team. My bad.
Boo. It's more about the other part with where you said they did it against Kenny Pickett, blah, 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 blah.
They did.
I know, but really, who did it? They did it against the Eagles defense, which has been one of the best defenses in the league. They scored more against the Eagles defense than any team in some weeks.
The Eagles defense had to continuously be on the field because Devontae Smith dropped the pass and Kenny Pickett only produced 3 first downs.
Yeah, totally.
And they forced 5 turnovers.
I know.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels had 5
He
had 5 touchdowns in that game, and also that is the first game I will say just on an eye test level where I was like, that's where he got it going running like
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson does.
Yeah.
People have been making that comp since the beginning of the season. You only saw it in little spurts. There were moments for sure. That was a huge threat in that game. And to me, that makes them even more scary going into the playoffs because I really do think it makes you have to play defense differently against them.
Of course.
Obviously, they turned the ball over a ton in that game. I'm not saying that that's a good showing altogether, but I think figuring that out, unlocking that, if you have to play defense against Jaden Daniels the same way you do against Lamar Jackson, that makes everybody else on offense get more opportunity.
Mhm.
Like I think Terry McLaurin is going to be open more.
Yeah.
I think,
That's his name, Baskets.
Huh?
Who's their second wide receiver? What WR2? His name's like Brissoni or Baskets.
Baskets?
I think it's Ben.
Baskets was that Zach Galifianakis show that was really
pretty good. Yeah,
Honestly,
that was
I can't
pretty
believe they
good.
only did like 2 seasons of
I
that.
know, that's where he's a clown.
Yeah, he goes to clown college.
Basket the clown.
Basket's the clown.
Yeah.
I loved that show.
Jaden Daniels great. He did give me a lot of hope in that game, but
Yeah.
I think it's getting too much hype.
You know, I don't want to fight anymore.
Go to
all right?
number 8 then.
Number 8. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, they didn't look as good. George Pickens, you need him out there yelling at people and trying to fight the fans and, maybe even like honestly, like you need him out there in case a player for the other team gets injured and everybody's kneeling around him and George Pickens can kind of like dance
Gritty
around
around.
him. Yeah, he could do something. Or pretend to shoot him with a gun or something. But at the same time, I mean, I still really, I do think this team is pretty good. I just think they're trending in the wrong direction heading into the playoffs. And I've decided that being pretty good on both sides of the ball, not as important as having a little magic in you. And that's why I got the Ravens above them, but not yet.
Oh,
Number 7,
nice.
Green Bay Packers.
Smackers.
Yeah, just an embarrassing loss against the Saints last night. That's the main reason I had to move them down. No, I don't know. I don't know yet. There's nothing new to say about this team because, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going to... Jordan Love got hurt or
Can't
anything.
believe Josh Jacobs' head fell off and then they put it back on Christian Watson's body.
Josh Jacobs took off a mask and it was really LaDainian Tomlinson over there. All right. We don't know yet. It's fine. Go to I love the cheese and all that. The stuff you guys got going over in Wisconsin. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love all the stuff you got going over out there. Okay. All right, next. Ravens. The magic. It's still there. I do worry about them on defense, but they've been getting better over the past 5 weeks. I think they've improved on defense. And so they needed to win a divisional game like that against another playoff team, and we'll see what happens. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. I mean that's he's good as shit at quarterback.
He's so cool.
He's really good at playing sports and stuff.
The best passes. He's had the best balls I've ever seen in my life.
Was it? Pause. Sorry.
Balls.
I said pause. I was trying to remember what you're supposed to say when somebody says something about gay. Or it could be.
Well, that's what you say. I don't say that. I say welcome. You're welcome here.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I say pause.
Yeah.
And then I say, for a second, for me to once again restate how supportive I am of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Thank you.
And how I got your 6, no matter what.
No, what?
I got your 6. Means I got your back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought you were trying to make a joke.
No, I got your 6. That's what you say to somebody, hey, bro, I got
Pause.
your 6. Pause.
I thought you were making a military reference.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just wanted to make sure I expressed to you how much I'm thankful for your service.
Can I ask a question? Actually, just really quick. What's the deal with why do the Seahawks call them the 12s? What's the whole thing?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Do the next one. Can't believe I ran a football show with you for 17 weeks, and you have to ask me that. How many men are on the field?
Oh, I get it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
They're the 12th man. That's what they call the crowd in every situation where the crowd's loud.
Yeah, you could have answered that without
Yeah,
demeaning
you
me.
could have answered it
It's
by
the
being
Christmas
born.
season, dude.
You could have been born and done math.
Well, okay, but I didn't know. I thought they say it specifically about the Seahawks.
Well, yeah, that's just they're the 12s.
Oh, because they got a loud stadium. Okay, yeah, here we go.
The fact that you got to the point
I hear them say it all the time, and I've never heard them explain it. They say the fans are the 12s, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, just the fact that we got all the way here and you had to ask it without figuring it out.
I thought they were cops. And I wanted to make sure that I could root against them every single time. All right, next. Eagles. They lost. Shoot. Shoot, you know?
Yeah, you can't drop balls.
Yeah, can't drop balls like that. Jalen Hurts not being in there definitely hurt him a lot, but you know, whatever. I didn't watch a ton of that game.
I watched that
watched
whole
a
second
lot
half.
of highlights. Yeah, not much.
Riley Savage's top 10 power ranking.
AJ Brown plays for that team.
AJ Brown.
Saquon, come over here. Yeah, there's a bunch of other. Yeah, I got one. Nick Sirianni. You're in Sirianni's house. Take your shoes off. All right, number 4.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't lost since the last time you had them at 1.
Oh, man.
You got them.
That's weird, right?
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Seems like a massive overreaction to me.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like I hate them or something. It's almost like I hate the Bills.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Last week, I felt like you really liked them.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. I just got like, here's the thing.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I got to have an angle. That's the thing.
What is the angle here?
Angle is fuck the Bills.
What?
That's the angle. Fuck the Bills. Josh Allen is awesome. I will say a big part of it, though, big part of it is this. I watched Josh Allen do that press conference where he was like, actually, you know, we're actually not gonna burn plays in the regular season. We don't care about the 1 seed. We're saving that shit for the playoffs. We're not gonna show our hand. Almost like a little diss at the Lions, which I don't fucking like, Josh.
I'm with you, yeah.
Okay, don't say that.
And if you think that's it for the Lions,
Yeah.
they got
a deep bag over there. They
Yeah.
just did the first ever that I've ever seen.
It is.
The running back pretending to fall down, the quarterback pretending to stumble and fumble, and then throwing it over the top to Sam Laporta. I've never seen that happen in a football field.
Jared Goff called it the stumble do or something?
The Stumblerooski.
Stumble Rooski.
Yeah, he said Stumblerooski.
Stumblerooski
do. That's what he said.
Hell yeah, Jerry.
Jared Goff is an MVP candidate.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Number 3, please. The Lions.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I got him back up here, but not all the way to the top again because it's basically like it's just the thing that we were talking about where
The Vikings are at number 1 for you. I'm going to be pissed.
Okay. Can you...
Stumblerooski do.
I'm not there yet, okay?
If they're number 1, I'm going to be pissed.
Let's slow your roll, okay? The Lions did exactly what they were supposed to do, which is where they got a bunch of injuries, specifically on their defense. People are like, oh, they're still a contender, blah, blah, blah. And they went to the thing that they are the best at, which is really creative play calling and grit, and having a coach who seems like a neighbor. They did all of that against the Bears. And the Bears, they suck. They kind of suck. But at the same time, the Lions struggled with them on Thanksgiving in their own house. Then they go to their house and they show them, hey, we're still in this, and that's a statement victory, I think. Even though the Bears aren't that good, they really put it to them, and they showed that they still got that fire in them. They still got that magic. They still got all those weapons on offense. And I think they did a pretty decent job covering those holes on defense. I think they're still a contender. I think, I don't know. Depends. I think that Vikings-Lions game in Week 18 is a really, really scary one. But I will say, being the 5th seed, with 14 wins or whatever, you're going to be facing probably the Falcons or the Bucks. It'll be all right, and the other team gets a bye. So, like, if they lose it,
yeah,
whatever.
Second round you'd be on the road, though, maybe, is the scary part.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, yeah. I'm just basically, Lions could use the rest for sure. I hope that they get the number 1 seed and they get a bye. But even if they end up losing to the Vikings in Week 18, or they drop one next week or whatever, then it'll be probably okay to get through the first round, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, their aspirations are just got to get out of the NFC.
Yeah, especially Jared Goff. He won't have to play in a dome, or he gets to play in a dome the whole time if he gets the number 1 seed.
Right,
which he's way better at. So.
I will say after watching that game too, Caleb Williams is going to be just all right. Like he's going to be fine come next year.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
And he went into that game with more touchdowns and less interceptions than Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows.
Is that true?
Yeah, he
That's
went into
true?
that game with 17-5, and I think Jaden had 16-7 or something.
Okay, yeah. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I was going to say the only thing that really scares me about Caleb is he just panics. Like, he just freaks the fuck out, and you can see it. Like,
He's got a
Caleb
terrible line.
I know, he's got a bad line. It's like CJ Stroud sort of
Yeah.
thing. Like, CJ Stroud looks really bad this year. His line is also bad. The Bears line is bad. And Caleb looks bad a lot of the time. He looks good sometimes, but when he's getting pressured, he does look like it's the first time he's played an NFL game every time. He runs around with his hands up like this going like,
They need to draft O-line, and they need to bring in a power running game there. Swift was not the right call.
I will say, though, Keenan Allen made some fantastic catches in that game.
Yeah, he played really well.
Yeah. All right, number 2. Don't worry. I got the Vikings here. I just think that was enough. Enough with the malarkey, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like we've all been waiting for the cracks in the floor to develop, or the leaks. Something, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all been waiting for that to happen, and they just keep winning, and they keep winning against good teams or bad teams. They just put it together every time. I think they are one of the rare teams that at the beginning of the year, their defense was really like the impressive thing about them. Sam Darnold did look good, but then they had, that weak middle section of the season. They lost 2 in a row. Sam Darnold had some pretty rough picks, some bad, whatever. And now their offense is clicking once again, and their defense is holding up, and it's a great balance over there. I think it's time to stop denying that Sam Darnold is just pretty good now.
Stop denying it!
Oh, I didn't mean it like I was.
Admit Darnold's good!
Nice. Yeah.
Cheap seats!
Show me number 1, Tony. Chiefs. Listen. They're 14-1. Patrick Mahomes just did the thing he always does.
Faked an injury.
Yeah, well, or he got hurt and he's really good at that. Maybe he's perked up. Maybe they injected a perk into his leg and he said,
Mahomes is on perks!
That's alleged. We don't know about that. But yeah, they just keep on winning. They just keep on
I'm just
winning.
pissed they dropped one because I did that undefeated bet.
You did a bet on them going undefeated?
After week 2, yeah.
Oh, really?
Put like $20 down on them and go undefeated. It would have paid out like $1,000.
Yeah, that would have been sick. Was there was controversy in the end of this game, right? In something?
I mean, a ball boy called the timeout for the Chiefs. People were a little worried about that. That's concerning.
I'm pretty sure that's always been allowed and no one's tried it. That's what I think. You know what I mean? He's just the first ball boy to be able to do it, to try it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I can call a timeout for the Chiefs. I think I'm allowed to. But I'm just not at any of the games. You know?
There was a roughing the passer on
Will
Anderson.
And that's what I was going to,
He was just remember. Going... The other guy is holding Patrick Mahomes' hand and is about to be a fumble. And Will Anderson just came in the other side trying to get the ball and didn't even really contact Patrick Mahomes' helmet. And they called not only a high hit or a targeting, they called it roughing the passer, which aided a touchdown drive when they were about to have him stopped. They had a defensive holding, I think, on that same drive. It was...
but that's the one I was talking about. And the real controversy there also was that his arm was not going forward with control of the ball,
right?
And they called it an incomplete pass when it was a fumble. I totally get that, and it is, I did really think the Texans, everybody wanted them to win that game after the Tank Dell injury for sure, and they were right there. And it is one of those fluky things where the call helps the Chiefs, and that just happens so much that I understand everybody saying that, but I'm just the record still says 14-1, and they are better in the playoffs than they are in the regular season every single year. So I'm just, I got them at number 1. I don't have much else to say about it. It just, that seems like that's what the script is doing again.
Trent McDuffie. He can sure play.
Yeah, for sure.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I like his ass. I like his little ass.
I like his little ass.
I like that little ass.
Those were Riley's top 10 power rankings.
Mahomes is on perks.
What else? Anything?
That's it, man. That's good for power rankings.
Yeah.
This was another cheap seats. You only got a couple more weeks left to power rankings. Just kidding. We got the playoffs coming up, and we got a special thing coming for the playoffs. It's going to be called "Who's That Super Bowl?" And after each week of the playoffs, we're going to declare the Super Bowl winner or something. Like we're going to pick who we think's a favorite. I don't know. We're going to come up with something fun for the playoffs.
We got a special guest coming to join us for part
Wild
of the
Card
playoffs,
Weekend.
too. It's going to be awesome. These are available on Copes.shop along with the rest of the drop. Check that out if you got your little extra Christmas money. You know what I mean? Pop something up, probably get something. Also, Patreon. And our predictions come out tomorrow because there's games tomorrow. So for Christmas, there's going to be a Cheap Seats video. Make sure you show it to your whole family who's never heard of us before.
Squabble up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Squabble up with your uncle.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep that horn on you.
What the fuck you feel like?
I feel like Joker.
All right, there's been Cheap Seats. Enjoy the holidays, and everybody hug your mom. Say, hey there, what's up, lady?
Squabble up, Tony. That means rolling. Fucking Christ, so fucking slow with it.
Slow? And I told you we should fire him.